Hey there everyone, welcome back to Fishermen's Valor. Today's episode is dedicated to someone who embodies loyalty, grace, and unconditional love, our golden retriever, Yoshi. She's turning 5 this March, and honestly, if there was ever such a thing as a Christ-like dog, golden retrievers would be it. Let me explain. Now hear me out. Golden retrievers are basically furry disciples of Christ. First off, they're loyal, like unconditionally loyal. You could leave them alone all day, forget their dinner, and trip over them on the way to the kitchen. And guess what? They'd still greet you with their tail wagging like, "You're home, I missed you so much." Doesn't that remind you of Proverbs 17:17? A friend loves at all times. Golden retrievers practically wrote the book on that. And let's not forget their endless patience. Ever try putting a hat on a golden retriever's head for a picture? They just sit there like, "Okay, human, I'll endure this because I love you." Kind of like 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient. Love is kind. Oh, and don't even get me started on their forgiving hearts. You step on their paw 1 second and the next they're licking your hand like it never happened. Sounds a lot like Matthew 6:14. For if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Golden retrievers don't hold grudges. They practically are theologians in fur. Then there's their patience. Let me tell you about the time I was teaching Yoshi to sit in a kayak in the middle of our living room. Yes, the living room. I was trying to make sure she wouldn't topple us over when we actually went out on the lake. And you know what? She just sat there like, "Okay, Mom, I trust you. This is normal. Nothing to see here." It's the very definition of 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient. She might not have understood my plan, but she trusted me anyway. And you know how we're told that we're to love everyone? Well, Yoshi loves everyone. And she especially loves those outdoor church gatherings. She completely steals the show. People are supposed to be talking to, the humans, my husband and I, or listening to what's going on. But nope. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at that beautiful dog." And don't get me started on the little kids. She's like their unofficial babysitter, letting them climb all over her while she gently wags her tail. Meanwhile, my husband and I are just standing there totally ignored, and we joke around and we say, well, we're just Yoshi's assistants. But here's the thing. Dogs like Yoshi teach us something bigger. They show us how to love without conditions, trust without fear, and forgive without hesitation. It's like Matthew 18:3 says, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." Her trust reminds me that even when we don't understand God's plan, like when I made her sit in a kayak in the living room, we can trust that He knows what He's doing. Her patience shows me how to wait for God's timing, even when it feels like forever. And her forgiveness, that's a reminder that no matter how many times I mess up, God's grace is always there. So if you've ever doubted that God can use animals to teach us about His character, just spend 5 minutes with a golden retriever. Their loyalty, their patience, and forgiveness mirrors the kind of love that Christ calls us to live out every day. Here's my challenge to you. Think about the lessons you've learned from your pets, whether it's patience, joy, or even just how to enjoy the simple little things of life. And if you've got a funny or heartwarming story, or even pictures, I'd like to see them. Drop a comment or send me a message. As for me, I'll be over here watching Yoshi remind me how to love better, trust more, and keep stealing everyone's attention at church. Stay bold, stay blessed, and give your furry theologians a hug from me. See you next time on Fishermen's Valor. Take care.